them sundresses gon' come on out. Living all the way in the west, by the Georgia beach, make me feel down south. See you in the streets, believe I'ma go ahead and reach on out.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, and we're just gonna hop right into it. So I have my EC basket nails, and I'm just gonna start off by sizing them to my finger. So you wanna make sure that it covers both sides of your nail, and whether you're gonna push it all the way back to your cuticle, I am not, but you just wanna make sure that your whole nail is covered with each size that you choose. So I'm using the fine side of the nail file, not the coarse side. So I'm going to be using that fine side just to kind of, I think it's like buff, not really buff, but like gently rough up the top of my nail, just so the acrylic and the glue really holds to the nail better and you won't get as much lifting and popping off. Now that my nails are all prepped, I'm going to be using my Mia Secret Jet Bond glue, and I'm just going to be putting a little drop into the bottom of the nail, and then I'm going to start by pressing the very bottom of the nail on first, and then kind of following through with that all the way to the tip of my nail, and just holding it down for about 10 seconds before moving on to the next nail. So sometimes I do put a little bit too much glue, so it kind of seeps down and my finger gets stuck to it. So I just use the pointy side of the cuticle pusher, and I kind of just roll it against my nail and between the skin, so it kind of just separates my nail from my finger very gently without like ripping my skin or hurting or anything. And then I use the other side to just scrape off any glue that I see that may have ran onto the sides of my finger. So I'm just going to be using the finer edge of the nail file to just go ahead and file that free edge of the acrylic nail. It has like a little bump on it to kind of show where the numbers are, so that's what I'm filing off. And then I'm going to be using step 1, which is the base of the Lavender Violets dip nail kit that I got off of Amazon, along with the No Lift Nails acrylic powder in pink. So what you want to do is apply this base just over the little like ridge of the added nail, and you want to go onto your nail a little bit, but you don't want to cover the entire nail with your first coat of the base. And then you want to take a cuticle pusher and just make sure that you don't get it on your skin before dipping your nail into the powder and holding it there for about 10 seconds. And then tapping the skin of your finger to kind of get the excess powder off before using a sponge to wipe off the rest of the powder. I am going to repeat this process about 2 to 3 more times just to make sure I get full coverage, and you want to go over it a little bit more each time until you get all the way back to the cuticle to create this nice like beveled convex shape that I have on the nails here. And here's after I have dipped all of them 2 to 3 times and have my full coverage. Then I'm using the step 2, which I believe is the activator, and you don't want to soak the whole nail, but you want to get it all over the nail and then let it dry before you go into filing to make sure that the nail is smooth. So let me get y'all the tea. So pretty much when I Googled, can you use acrylic powder like in SNS dip? They were like, no, you can't, because it'll create an unusable substance, being that the acrylic powder is not as fine as the SNS dip. Well, y'all, let me tell you something. Buying an SNS dip powder for every little color that you want to use, that gets real pricey. So, you know, your girl wasn't doing that. We saving coins on this channel. You feel me? You feel me? So, yeah, I just use the acrylic powder instead of the SNS dip, and I use it in the pink, so it's really easy to paint over. But in this step, I'm just using the fine side of the nail file to really just make sure that the nail is smooth and ready to paint over. After filing, you want to just go over it one more time with the activator and let it dry before moving on to painting your nails the color that you want. No one can do it like you. In case you want to know, I'm using the brand Salon Perfect, and it is in the shade Traffic Cone. It's actually a matte color, so I added on the top coat pretty much just to make it shiny. But if you want to leave it matte, you can do that and just get yourself a matte top coat. So this is after I already used one coat of the step 3 top coat, and you should use 2, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And even after this, I didn't show this on camera because I recognized it the next day, but I went in with a gel top coat and just used it, cured it using my UV light. So that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that bell notification so you're notified every time I make a post. And I'll see you guys in the next video.